Hello,
Hello,
participant.
participant.
Hello,
Hello,
participants. Am I
participants. Am
audible?
I audible?
Yes, sir, madam.
Yes, sir,
You
madam.
are audible.
You are audible.
Good evening
Good
and a
evening
hearty
and a
welcome
hearty welcome.
to the time we are
We
learning
are
for
learning for
experience the joy
experience
of
the joy
learning.
of learning.
Hi,
Hi,
I am
I'm
Yamuna and
Yamuna
I'll be
and
the
I'll be the
Yamuna, your voice
Yamuna,
is
your voice is
echoing.
echoing.
Am I audible, sir?
Am I audible, sir? You're audible,
You're
Maud.
audible, Maud.
Is not
Is
even
not even
showing it is proper.
showing it is proper.
Today, before we proceed,
Today, before
there
we
are some
proceed,
instructions
there
which
are
has to
some
be
instructions
followed
which
by
has
all
to
the
be followed by all
participants.
the participants.
Request you to kindly mute your
Request you to
phone.
kindly mute your phone.
Possibly can put
Possibly
in a
can put
place
in a
where you're
place
not
where you're not
disturbed.
disturbed.
Today,
Today,
before we
today, before we
proceed, there are some instructions which has to be
has to
followed
be
by all
followed
the
by all the
participants.
participants.
Request you to
Request you
kindly
to
mute
kindly
your phone.
mute your phone.
Possibly can put in
Possibly
a
can
place where
put in
you're
a
not
place where you're
disturbed.
not disturbed.
Request to ask
Request
questions
to
at
ask
the end of
questions at the
session.
end of session.
Remember, a new
Remember,
learning
a
is
new
always
learning is
difficult
always
initially,
difficult
but
initially,
becomes a
but
habit
becomes a
eventually.
habit eventually.
Today's agenda:
Today's agenda:
welcome and
welcome and
introduction,
introduction,
journey so far,
journey so far,
guest speakers
guest speakers
introduction.
introduction.
Disciples India Group
Disciples India
Bangalore
Group
is happy
Bangalore
to
is happy
present
to
a
present
platform
a
to share
platform
for
to
joy
share
of
for joy
learning.
of learning.
It is
It
envisaged
is
to be an
envisaged to be
exciting
an
learning
exciting
platform
learning platform
where like-minded
where
individuals
like-minded
and organizations can come
organizations can
together,
come together,
share
share
experiences, and
experiences,
learn
and
and grow
learn
as
and grow as
individuals,
professionals,
professionals, and
professionals, and
organizations.
organizations.
The
The
main
main
The
objective
objective
of
main
of
a
our
objective
committee
of
committee
our
is
committee is
to
provide a
provide a
to provide
platform
a
platform
to
to
share
platform
and
share
to share
exchange
and
ideas
and
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 experiences,
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 to create and
to
develop
create and
personal
develop
and
personal
professional
and
network of
professional network
learners,
of learners,
to enhance
to
effective
enhance effective
communication and leadership
communication and
skills,
skills,
to foster
to
learning
foster
environment
learning
for
environment
personal,
for personal,
professional, and
professional, and
organizational development,
organizational development,
to update with
to
life
update with
management
life
skill
management skills,
and contribute
and
as an
contribute
effective
as an
member to the
effective member
society.
to the society.
I extend my
I
honor to
extend my honor
introduce
to introduce
to Disciples
to
Indian
Disciples
Learning
Indian Learning
Organization Committee
Organization
members
Committee members
2024,
2024,
Dr.
Dr.
A.
A.M.
Dr.
Suresh
A.
Form
M.
Advisor,
Suresh, Advisor,
N.K. Sundaram
N.K.
President,
Sundaram President,
Mr. Shivprasad
Mr.
K.M. Vice
Shiprasad K.
President,
Vice President,
Dr. Praveen Gujja
Dr. Praveen
Secretary,
Gupta Secretary,
Professor Jayant Head
Professor
Joint
Jayant Head
Secretary,
Joint,
Mr. Akhilesh
Mr.
N.N.
Akhilesh
Assistant
N.
Secretary,
Assistant Secretary,
Ms. Yamuna A.
Ms.
Disciples
Yamuna A.
Coordinator,
Disciples Coordinator,
Ms. Misbah
Ms.
Kalsan Khan
Misbah
Disciples
Kalsan Khan
Coordinator.
Disciples.
Let's
Let's
start
start with a
Let's start
brief
with
look
a
at our
brief
journey
look
so
at our
far.
journey so
The
far.
Disciples
The
India Learning
Disciples
has
India
conducted a
Learning has
remarkable
conducted a
135
remarkable
learning
135
sessions
learning
over
sessions
past 6
over
years.
past
In
6 years.
the
in the
year
year
In the year
2018, we hosted
2018, we
24
hosted
sessions.
24
In
sessions.
the year
In the year
2019, we hosted
2019,
25 sessions.
25 sessions.
In the year
In the
2020,
year
we hosted
2020,
24
we hosted
sessions.
4
In the
sessions.
year
In the
2021,
year
we hosted 8
2021, we hosted
sessions.
8
In the
sessions.
year
In the year
2022, we hosted
2022, we
24
hosted
sessions.
24 sessions.
And in the year
And in the year
2023, we hosted
2023, we
24
hosted
sessions.
24 sessions.
Before we dive into
Before
today's
we dive
topic,
into today's
let's
topic,
quickly recap
let's
our
quickly
previous
recap
online
our
session
previous
of year
online session of year
2024.
2024.
Why soft skills are
Why soft
essential for
skills are
success,
essential for success,
cyber safety awareness
cyber
and
safety
digital
awareness and
safety,
digital safety,
the power of
the power
debating,
of debating,
disruptive innovation for
disruptive innovation
startups,
for startups,
study and career
study and career
opportunities for
opportunities
many
for
Indian
many
students in
Indian students
Germany,
in Germany,
changing trends and
changing
corporate
trends and corporate
expectations,
expectations,
how do you manage
how
your
do you
stress,
manage your stress,
A to Z of
A to Z of
professionalism, the
professionalism,
secret sauce
the
to success.
secret sauce to success.
I hope you all
I
are
hope
ready
you
to
are ready.
experience the joy of learning today. Let's begin. Today's session is brought to you in partnership with IDP, ILS, ICICIdirect.com, and Class Plus in association with Primus School of Management Studies. Presenting you all 138 online learning session on the topic Generative AI Tools in Higher Education and Research. The guest speaker for today's session is Professor Jayant H. Let's welcome our guest speaker. I had like to take this opportunity to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's session, Professor Jayant H. Sir holds an MCom degree from Bangalore University and possesses an impressive array of qualifications, including an MBA, PGDFM, PGDFT, PGDHRM, PGCKS, and PGDDM. Currently, he is pursuing his PhD from the University of Mysore and successfully cleared the case set in commerce. In his professional capacity, Professor Jayant H serves as the Research Director and Assistant Professor in Department of Commerce at St. Claret College, Bangalore. His contributions to academic extend beyond teaching. He has actively participated and presented papers at both national and international conferences, and his research articles have been featured in reputed journals. His dedication to education has been recognized with multiple honors, including Best Faculty and Best Researcher Awards at IRESFO, Indian Excellence Awards in 2021 and 22, and the Raja Yuva Ratna Prashasti in the field of education from Srinivasa Charitable Trust. Please join me in welcoming Professor Jayant, a distinguished educator who will share his insights on the transformative role of generative AI tools in higher education and research. We heartily welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Amuna, for that wonderful introduction. I think there is any echo which is going on here, people. Can anyone please confirm? Yamuna, I think you can confirm, is there any echo which is coming there?
No, sir.
No, right?
No, sir. You are audible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Could anyone please tell my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Is this full screen visible, Yamuna?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, very good evening, people. So I can see very distinguished people present here, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. And getting an opportunity to serve in Disciples India. So I take this opportunity to thank Suresh sir, and as well as Sundaram sir, and our Shiv Prasad sir for this great opportunity for me being including in this 2024 Office Bearers team. And I also thank Yamuna being my student and as well as being a coordinator for this year's 2024 Disciples Group. So thank you for that wonderful introduction, as well as your insights were also very good. Okay. And I can also see Professor Dorairat sir. So one who is an excellent professor, and we are very happy that sir being in this beautiful program as a dignitary. And thank you so much, Dorairat sir, for attending our sessions. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So before going into this uh, uh, old topic of what is artificial intelligence and the kind of things what we are trying to do here, so let me tell you people, so this would not really bore you, and something which is very important in the field of research, and something which is very important by artificial intelligence is required. So normally there is a tendency of students writing an assignment by using our traditional method of using a book and as well as pen and paper. And normally I think the way of writing an answers would always look after material from a library. And any a time there is something called as PhD. Always we used to go with an kind of an material, read as much as read and come with some creative content. This is what we people were doing. So to type, and once again there was no much time in doing all this. It was only of all about much better in writing. So this is where the creativity has something of writing has been somewhere very great enough. This is what I can say. And coming to this new era of this artificial intelligence and business intelligence coming in people, so I can also, Yamuna, I think if you are there, how is that you write assignments, ma? Will you?
ChatGPT, sir.
Okay, great. So, there is also one student where the young mind says that we use ChatGPT. So, is this right or wrong? If you ask, sir, see, the present generation would not be much good in writing our assignment or be telling them to write assignment. So, which will not look good. So, there is a generative content of artificial intelligence which is creatively helping them to complete their assignments, and which is also very beautiful for them to go ahead with. Something of machines rather than all about humans. So let us dive into our topic of why this artificial intelligence is very much important in our higher education. And as well as higher education, I would also carry something about research, so which will be very important. Okay. So going into artificial intelligence, is artificial intelligence beneficial or is artificial intelligence required? Okay. So you can also see that there are lot of definitions or lot of things which has been told. So I can just put it in a very simple words. Is artificial intelligence artificial, if anyone asks? So I would say artificial intelligence is always artificial because already there is some creative content written by some of our great experts, and that is being given in a form of a information which could be in a form or which can be in a form of a concise manner. So this is what we can say. Already there is one human which has been productively putting all the information in a machine, so that machine is completely giving us the answer for what we are asking for. Today I think you can also see that there is a lot of things which has been changing on. So you go to many educational institution, so we can also see already there is a robot which has been coming, and as well as there is a teacher which is been in a form of a teaching. So that first teacher which was being started in a Kerala in some institution, so which was being called by a name called Iris. So this Iris, what she did is she came with the familiarity of how a teacher should be in a school. So it is all about how teacher came is a teacher came just wearing a sari, and automatically that interaction, physical interaction, how it was saying hi, saying thank you. This is how the overall thing of artificial intelligence came in, and this is how even a class started. And this is not only in one place, you can also see in some of the very reputed schools, so which has also been started, so that already management is trying to think the productivity which can also come from the artificial intelligence sources, which can also be so much great enough. So taking this all into consideration, sir, how our teachers or how our faculties and how our students should really use of something called as artificial intelligence, something in a form of higher education. Okay, so we get 100 different sources of information, people. So would be very fair enough how better to use is all in your hand. Okay, so we have all different kind of creative contents today. There is nothing much you required from our end. It is always very much you can learn something better, or you can learn something extra. Is all about you can always take care in our YouTube, or you have some creative contents which can be done here. So today what I do is, so I give you a different set of artificial intelligence tool, and how better it can help in different sources. Is that only concise which we have done? So we have with some limitations have taken only some of the artificial intelligence tools which could be really helpful for doing any of the research papers or any of the creative contents. So you can still browse and as well as take as much information as possible. And as Yamuna told, so chat GPT will be used for assignments, which would be very great. And I think Harvard has written chat GPT and the death of education. So is really people students thinking creatively. So if anyone asks, I tell people, so there is nothing like creativity which is like more on machines rather than people. So if they are really trusting someone, they are trusting more than man, they are trusting a chat gpt, because any simple question or any time they have to write a letter, or any time they have to go with some different kind of assignments, or any time they want to go with some coding patterns, so everything been added there. So simply without even verifying, we directly go to chat gpt, copy something, paste back everything. And I also had this habit of looking into why students are going into ChatGPT. So my first question to ChatGPT was, so directly when I chatted with ChatGPT, it might look funny why this fellow chatted with ChatGPT. So it was a good chat. I asked them, "How are you? And what is this things all about? And what is it actually you wanted to do with this kind of things and all?" And there was a very much fair answer that my boss has done. My role is to just give a proper information of what I have to. So by looking into all this, like I was very happy that machine talking into a human being. And one day I asked for, could you please give me a poem, so which could be of in a very good way. So I thought before it was only English, as I was also asked that the poem should be in Kannada. So I got within Kannada also. The way how it gave was very simply superb. And then I was just asking why everything you should provide. So it says my boss has given in such a machine language, and I should give all the particular information. So by taking all this, sir, does really we have to take a help from any of the artificial intelligence? I would really tell you, yes, it is required up to certain limit. So not always we have to take, but sometimes it is good that you take, but what to take, how to take is more important. So is there always you have to take from Chat GPT, sir? Take what is required. So it is like every time copying the same contents would not be very good, because there is something called as plagiarism checker. Okay, that is any content if you are copying directly. So before it was like it was showing what is the amount of content you have copied. So now you also already have a tool which would really help you to tell what is the amount of percentage you have copied from artificial intelligence sources. Okay, so this can also be identified by Quillbot, Turnitin, or Drillbit. So these are some of the websites, or these are some of the tools which will help us to identify from where the content was copied. So it's like better be careful before copying. This is a kind of a suggestion what can be given. Okay, so by using this technology properly, we can unlock new possibilities for teaching and learning. So it just have a video for 2 minutes.
A lot is going around in the
Yamuna, can you hear this?
a lot is going around in the world
Yes,
of
sir.
Yeah.
from AI in vacuum cleaners to AI in smart speakers, and now an AI teacher robot in Kerala. As you can see on your screens, this lady, or you can call it a robot, draped in a beautiful sari, is an AI teacher robot. You can call her Iris. She has wings, she can roam around the class, interact with students, shake hands, and address their questions in Hindi, English, Malayalam, and 20 languages soon. She's been created by Makers Lab EduTech under the Atal Thinking Lab, a project initiated by Niti Ayog to redefine the learning landscape. She can teach students from nursery to class 12. Well, technically speaking, she's not the first AI teacher we have in India. I was going through the internet and I found out that we have few AI teachers already. One of them is Eagle and has been teaching in one of the schools in Bangalore. And wait, we also have Shalu Madam teaching in Kendra Vidyalaya IIT Bombay. She can teach subjects like science, geography, maths in languages like obviously Hindi, English, and even Marathi, Kannada, and many more. As you just saw, she might not always be accurate and advanced with her answers as she's still in developing stage, but doesn't she look like someone you might love having as a teacher? And coming back to Iris, she is one good packed AI teacher robot powered by an Intel chipset, inbuilt voice assistance, and she supports an Android application. Well, the purpose of this video is to hear from you. What do you think whether we should have AI teacher robots in the classroom? Is it going to make any difference or just mess with the original way of teaching? Let's discuss this in the comment section. And from insightful videos around AI, science, technology, everything, follow Gadgets 360. I am Neha Singh signing off.
Okay. So anyone just want to comment on this? Okay, so is it that if we wanted to just look after the kind of the culture, even that robots coming in, so I would be really happy in also just having a look there. So sometimes students does not be able to take how teacher comes in. So this can be just a great example, like even these kind of robots are trying to come up with different kind of languages. The example which we had seen in Kendriya Vidyalaya, so which is also coming in a language like Marathi, Kannada. So this is something great what we can see. So any a time when there is technology is very positively going on, always we are very happy. I think this is something we can also see, that there is a lot of negativity which has also been coming in. Okay, so how is that negativity which is going on? So there is a kind of an distraction. So this is a report which has been got from Rocket Book, so which says that 39.7% has been distracted when there's a class which is been going on. And I tell you, really, being a teacher or a professor who goes for UG, PG and all kind of different classes, I've really seen there's something called as over reliance on technology, so which is very very big problem which I've seen in recent days. So normally you give something, go to chat GPT or go to any other sources, copy paste, so within days time or within some hours time we are getting an assignments. So these kind of assignments, is it really required whenever you are going with so this is where students have to learn on what has to be taken in and how it has to be taken in, what kind of contents has to be taken in. This is also something very important which has to be taken. So in these kind of things we are losing our focus. So this kind of focus losing, and as well as our creativity which has also been lost. So this is somewhere students are really negatively which has been impacted. So this artificial intelligence should also be careful. This is just like a warning bell which has been given to all of us. Okay, how it will help. So these are some of the ways which can also help us. So which is like AI based tutoring systems. Today there's nothing of human which is very much required. Everything gets through some information, so please take whatever has been required. Then always there is something called personalized learning. So you can learn by yourself any time you want to translate for any language, so which is very much required, which is very much needed. Then grading, assessments, real time assessment. So recently I was just hearing through my friend, so any kind of interview which is going on today, so no human will be there. It's all about this artificial machine will listen to what I speak, and the tone I speak, and the way I answer. So what is my mood? So everything it will only assess. So with just my voice, it can assess and give me a complete picture of what I am. So this is one among that. So this is where we are already in, where human intervention is not really much required in all this. So there were around 10 people who were working prior. Today you can only see one person is enough just to operate these kind of machines. So remaining 9 people, sir, that is where you should be careful in, where is our job which has been going there. So that is where here you can see something called smart content. So today everyone are look for this only. So me giving some 10 pages of solution, people are not ready to take. It's all about you have to go with what is the best solution or how better you can give within lines. So if I tell them to remember 100 formulas, they might ask me every time in a class, in a subject like AFM, advanced financial management, sir, why so much? Can't we reduce? Can't we reduce? So in these kind of ways, it's always to give it in a very precise manner would be good. So that is what AI is trying to do this. So this is why all business tycoons are trying to go with how better it can be, so that the education sector can be done. So is it always an advantage? So I always tell it is not always an advantage, because still it is in the progress. So it might take some years together to always rely on those kind of things. Is that helpful for teachers when we see? I think our traditional way of teaching was only teaching like sums, or go to a classroom, use a chalk board, and still now that is one of the effective way of teaching where many faculties look for. And any a time today, instead of we also know that 1 hour of teaching would not be good. Every time today students doesn't even listen to. So it is like we go with some PPT kind of thing, go with the video, go with some quiz, and do ahead. This is also one kind of thing. But is there any quality where I have to improve myself? COVID was one of the best example for us to learn how professional we can be even when we are sitting in a home. So this was one of the best example to teach everyone. Even the traditional teacher can also go for an online teaching. sitting in a home, teaching their students, end of the day, give it some creative content and teach them in a class, teach them through an online class, and which was very happy. And finally, this was done. How this was done, sir? So all thanks to COVID for us to introduce something in artificial intelligence to collect the information, and as well as the way we have to present it. So all this is because of the kind of content which you can see there. So is there any positive view you wanted to ask? So it is always something positive, people. So when we are trying to go with anything which is advantageous, so always try to go with, always try to use it. But what is the amount of usage you wanted to? So that you have to always remember how better I can use in these kind of contents. But teachers are very happy to use. So that is something very advantageous too. So these are some of the things. So you can just see this PPT will be shared later. Okay. In that, see, now we are coming to the actual topic. So where you can just make a note of it, like how this will really help you. The first one is autodraw.com. Okay. What is this autodraw.com? So any a time you can see a kind of artist drawing and you couldn't draw proper. So you would be like, sir, I could not draw. So what you do is you go to Google and you will tell, dear Google, so I want an image. You will type some images required, go to an images, different kind of images will come, download, paste in your assignment. This is what we normally try to do, because what we ask for might get or might not get in Google. Okay. So this is a place. What you're supposed to do is, so it will help you to become an artist if you're not an artist. So this is where you can actually focus on to get a beautiful amount of diagram and what kind of diagram you're actually looking for. So you wanted you wanted any house has to be constructed, sir. So you can always do. And one thing, please note, what is that one thing you have to please notice? Anytime you're using any kind of websites for these kind of artificial intelligence tool, up to some limit, that is up to some limit, you're not supposed to pay. Okay. So anything you wanted to do extra or anything you wanted extra, always remember, so they will ask for a payment. Okay. So here you should be very careful. Anyone who wanted to use, whether it's a teacher or a student, so this is just like a note. So any a time you wanted to do something extra, always it asks for a payment. So there is nothing free of cost these people are trying to give you. So it has to be very careful. You have to be very careful in choosing what you are actually required with. Okay. So this autodraw.com is something where it will help you to show your talent as an artist, even if you're not an artist. Okay. So it will help you to give any kind of diagram which you're actually asked for. Okay. So this is something which is very much helpful for you. The second one, sir, remove backgrounds. So this already I think people using with this kind of different kind of mobile phones, it is very easy for you to remove any different kind of background for your picture. So I would just suggest you go for this remove background, that is remove.bg.upload. Upload your picture so that the complete background what you had uploaded and what normally you use in phones and how this application really works. Okay. So this is something which is very beautifully working, where you wanted to go for any kind of formal photos and where you have to remove a color. So people who really doesn't know like how it has to be done and which takes a lot of amount of time to please do this. So this is always an application which will really help you to remove any kind of background in an image, and which is really working out very well. And sometimes I think you can also look after if image is not good proper, if image is not good, because this is artificial intelligence, you can't scold them and you can't tell them this is not good, this is not good. Okay. So everything will be good only. We have to well receive and how it has to be. The kind of picture we upload will also really matter here. And if the picture is only not good and not proper, and we tell them to remove a background image, sometimes our face will also be removed. Okay. So this is also one kind of thing where any a time a teacher wanted to present a picture or you wanted to go with any kind of an image, so this is one among that image or kind of an applications where you really wanted to go with. Okay. This is something really helpful. So I've also just observed before informing you everything. I've also just checked whether it has really been helping for us in a very great way. So this is what we call it as in slidesgpt.com. Okay, normally you want to go with an any PPT presentation that is which is tomorrow immediately, or a teacher who wanted to immediately go to a class, and your boss tells something that you wanted to present immediately. So this would not be a brief content on what you might really require for, but still up to some limit, or up to some 80%, the kind of content what you really ask for would get here. Okay, so example, like if you ask for a management accounting, you go for slidesgpt.com and ask for any particular topic of management accounting, or if you tell precisely I need only introduction to management accounting, so you can always rely upon the kind of content what you are getting for an introduction. What management accounting really requires for, you wanted to know what is accounting, what is management accounting, and importance of management accounting, advantages, disadvantages, and somewhere anything extra of that would be received there. So it is beautifully at 10 slides where you can go and explain tomorrow in a class immediately, and you get some images there, so which would be in a very presentable manner. Okay, so you have to just download by giving your mail ID, so automatically it will get downloaded. And you can make sure, I think if you can see here, there is something called download and there is something called share. Okay, so it can be only shared among you people. So you have to first download, and as well as you have to next if you want, you can share this content, and later any editing works, you can always edit those kind of contents if you are really required for. So this is something which is very important, and the slides GPT, this is something very important for you people to kindly use what is the content you are really looking for. Okay, so something very importantly, you can please take a note if there are any people over there who wanted to really go with any kind of presentations. The next one is slide AI, that is toe or plus. Okay, so this will also, once again, this plus whatever we are using, so the slides will give you a kind of statistics what you are really looking for. And the slide of artificial intelligence, that is slide AI, so this is just like, this is how the page will get open, and this is how you can just give a try if you know the website's name, and ask for a topic. So once you ask for a topic, this is how you will be received with. So any kind of images you are required with, so you can also look to any kind of images. Next is audio pen. Okay, so what is this audio pen, sir? Very simple, very simple. Okay, sometimes there is a kind of audio instructions what I am speaking here. Okay, which will be in a form of audio, so which should also come in a form of a text. So you can ask me, sir, why we have to go all over here? It can also be done in your WhatsApp, so it can also be done in your mail ID too. So what it can be done in your mail ID is very simple. You keep on speaking, and automatically that audio will be converted into a form of a text. So once it has been converted into form of text, so instead of typing today, people use this kind of methods to just simply comment. And normally when there is a problem in the language of me do something somewhere, we does it not very well versed in typing Kannada and all. So normally what I do is I keep on speaking, and I have downloaded this languages in my Play Store, and Kannada I start speaking, automatically get coming into a form of a text, and you can just send. And which is good, sir, if you can ask. Observe two things. In a mail or in a WhatsApp, whenever I tell something, it might also understand in a wrong way, and you can find some things going here and there. If you know Kannada, it is very well and good, and if you understand that, excellent. Sometimes it doesn't hear properly, or I doesn't tell properly, it is giving a wrong information, whether it is in English or some other. So you should be careful in these kind of things when we are going with. But what is that one advantage in this audio pen? So audio pen actually tried to tell you people something like how fast you tell, how better you tell, because as it is already, I am telling you something on this artificial intelligence from that time. So it will really take everything, and even if there is some mistakes, or automatically there is a something called correction button, so which corrects and give you an proper information. It's like when you have this Google Assistant which is there, even you try to put a wrong message, automatically you try to put a wrong spelling, so always it is this Google Assistants will try to recorrect you on the mistakes what you are actually trying to do. So this is something which is really helpful for us to identification with any kind of spellings which have seen. So if there is any tough spelling where you wanted to really go ahead with and you doesn't know, so this Google Assistants will really try to help you in getting things done. So it does one another like audio pen, so which will really help you for getting your text which is being converted from an audio to a normal text. Next, party rock. So what is this, sir? Why this kind of party rock which has come in? So very simple. So like, yeah, everyone can always try something great when there is things happening. Okay, so I can just a minute. Will share you one more screen. Okay. So when I come to Google, sir, example, I take disciples. See here, I wanted to just look after Disciples India and Disciples India's website. So you go Disciples India, sir, and you get all the information about Disciples Corporate School. So you are very happy getting all the information at one particular place. So this is what, in a very simple way, sir, we call it as a website. Okay. Sir, now you will ask me, is it anything we have to pay? Obviously, you have to pay if you wanted to go with the beautiful website. But what is that one thing, once again, you wanted to? Can we do it for a free of cost? Can an individual really go for a website? So if you can ask, sir, is it like individually also can it be done? So any individual who is really very much interested to form his own website, so always it is very much happiest thing only. So I think is my faculty once upon a time when I was a student, Dr. Sampath Kumar. Just have a look here. This is Sampath sir's file, which can also be prepared for you, which you can prepare for yourself. So it is a free of cost, people. So you have to just follow the instructions and fill in the details, whatever you are being required with. So just do in such a format so that you can just have a look here. All that information which is coming on the left hand side and which you can also do it. Okay. So this is what you can do. And this is where really artificial intelligence will help you with this application of something called as Party Doc. Okay. How this Party Rock will help you? So very simple. So this Party Rock will really help you in identifying the kind of information which is being which is helpful for us to go with something called as website. Okay, so if you wanted to go with something called as new website, so this Party Rock will really help you. Okay, so this is just like give a information, give a image, so that will completely do with what you are really required for. Okay, I think you can see there. Just have a look there. App builder. So there you have to generate app, and you will get welcome to the poetic imagery app, and you will give a draft how it is, and here I have given some information there, an image which is also been added. Okay, so once after doing all that, sir, it will be done. Okay, how you want creatively, that is something what you have to decide how you really want it. Based on that, please try to select the best one. Next one, chat PDF. Okay, this www.chatpdf.com. Okay, how this will help you? So this will help you for something related to this PDFs. It is like everything is being done in a form of summarizing way. How to summarize the research papers or how to read a research papers. So if there are 10 pages that where I want to read my research paper, or you wanted to read other research paper, so you feel, sir, I don't have lot much of time to really look after into all the aspects of a research paper. So it is not like every time you have to look for the whole research paper to understand what is there in that paper. So it is very simple to just have a look on some of the concepts like what is the kind of bibliography they have used, and what kind of papers they have used, and from where they have downloaded, and what is the methodology, what is the sampling, and what are the objectives, and is that objectives which has been summarized. Or else if you just read a complete abstract and if you see the methodology, you will get to know whether the analysis is been really matching with that or not. So by seeing all this, sir, so this chat GPT will really help you to identify and summarize the complete content of a research paper in a very brief way. Okay. What you're supposed to do is download some of the papers and automatically upload. So once you upload, so it will come in a very simple format. So why that PDF, sir? So you will be downloaded in a PDF format. So if you upload that, automatically you will get the overall AI generated summarize the content. So this can also be done in some other ways, sir. So you can also do it in chat GPT too. But the only thing is you will get everything in AI generative way. But what is the question we always receive from a different kind of researchers or a teachers is, so me being in my college only, many teachers come and ask, sir, is this called as a copied content? Illa andre they will also ask me, sir, why this will be called as copy? So one thing, people, any idea today we copy, any idea it might be. We are already, if we are copying means always remember we are copy. Okay. So whether if it is AI gives or whether if I am only writing in a way after looking into some content, always remember we are copying. Okay. What is that I can do when I am copying in this? So either once again I have to paraphrase. So even if it is paraphrase, once again with the help of any different kind of sources like paraphrasing or Grammarly, or I might be using Quillbot. So these are some of the websites which I will be using. Or I might use once again chat GPT only to give it in a concise manner. Okay. So if I doesn't want to do all this, the thing is what you're supposed to do, you have to cite them. Okay. Why to cite? So see, it is a good way of an publisher who is doing it in a ethical way. So we always talk something on research ethics. Why ethics is very important. So leave it in a life now. So let us only discuss why ethics is important in this way. So if someone is copying my content, sir, I have my own copyright. I have my name in my book. So if you are copying and you are telling in your notes as your name, see, can if I have prepared my own notes or my own sums, yes, you put your name. No, sir, already you are copying from some of the textbooks and you are telling that I have only prepared as a teacher, which is wrong. Okay, which is not at all should be done. That time, if you wanted to do, just at the last, give us bibliography and tell this is the contents which I have copied. Okay, so that can be also called as in a simple research terminology called as a citation. Okay, so I am citing the works of an author, the original author, who has really worked for something better. So this is something what we have copied, no? So this always should be cited. So as a researcher, or as a teacher, or as a student, always remember it is always good to cite others' work. It's like saying thank you to them for the work which they have done. So you can use chat PDF, and also don't forget to say thank you in a form of citation. Okay, so that would always increase their marks too. This is very very important for my fellow friends and as well as students who is in this profession. Jenny AI, okay, that is Jenny artificial intelligence. So what is that you wanted? So everyone have this credibility of to do a paper. Where you have to do a paper? So simply paper doing? No, publishing is also important. Okay, how fair I can do a paper, sir, or how better a student can do a paper? We say go to Google Scholar. So after going to Google Scholar, you will type something on a topic of human resource management. Okay, if you type human resource management, you might get 9 lakh papers. You might ask me, sir, is 9 lakh papers and all I should take? And I will tell you, only look for papers which is published in 2024. And you might get some little papers, little in the sense some 4 lakh or 3 lakh. Okay. So within this 3 lakhs, sir, always you don't have to give a complete broad topic. You should always concise it in a very simple way. Okay. So instead of you telling human resource management, in human resource management, you can tell strategic human resource management. Simple. 3 lakhs will become 1 lakh now. So once again, in strategic human resource management, go with one another terminology, which will once again give some 30,000 papers. Now, whichever is only important for you or whichever is cited more, normally, okay, that is what we select in Google Scholar, which is a tedious process for you to always look after and why have to select and all. It's a big thing. This is one simple thing. What is that you do is give a topic name, you will get paper. And paper in the sense, not completely a paper, you will get 10 content of information, what has to be filled there. Like what will come in introduction, then later you will come up with abstract. What should be the introduction and what are the review of literatures which has to be taken. So here simple, what you are supposed to do is to click on a button called more. So always click on more, 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 more. At later stage, you will end up in getting some kind of information. So I tell you once again, nothing will be given in a free of cost. So if he is giving in a free of cost, always he is taking some time from you people. Okay, I think Geo could be one best example as a marketing thing which you have already seen. So here, what you can do is you have to give some $8. Okay, so if you are ready to give around $8, I have seen and I get many papers which has been also prepared from this site that they tell okay, it is good. So not I could not tell that this is a kind of paper where you can write here or where you can take this and going it in a scopus and publishing. Not really. Okay, because it will come up to some level where a student can really take after this assignment to a teacher with some small changes of paraphrasing which can be really be interested. So a student at least going to these kind of applications, trying to what has been really done, so which is very like important. Now teachers have also become brilliant in identifying what is this AI generative detectors. So this AI generative detectors are really telling you if you have copied everything 100%, so we are getting 100% copied. Okay, so now students has to be like more careful enough in copying with other things. Okay, so this I think please remember, important teacher or as well as a student, anyone might be, or any researcher might be, this Jenny.ai, so which is very much useful. You can just take a note of these things. The next one, see, the next one is questionwell or questionwell.org. Normally people who are good in or who wanted to write textbooks. Okay, so I normally being a author in textbooks for Himalaya publishers, so I will always be thinking so my DTP fellow, he will call me, sir, is the book done? And is the book done? If they ask, I tell, sir, there are some questions which I have to put for section A, B, and C. And he will be telling, yes, sir, you take how much time it might take, put it as soon as possible. Okay. So, do you really feel is that question really we wanted to look for? So, normally when you go for research only, there's always something called research questions or research problems. Based on the problem only, you will come with some 10, 15 questions on what you wanted to really ask for. Okay. So, yes, sir, questionwell.org will really help you. Okay. So, you will give a form of a content and or you will tell a kind of a heading and you tell based on this I need a question. Okay, or else you will state your research problems or problem statement. So based on the statement of the problem what you state here, and you are asking for a question which has to be there. Can you rely upon question mark? It should be related to your objective, related to your topic. Later on only you can really try to look for whether you have to completely rely on in these kind of questions which is coming in. So if you wanted to go for a short kind of thing, or if you wanted to go with some small kind of questions, this is really helpful. Okay, so you are just giving a kind of a topic and you tell that these are the questions I wanted to give to my students, so just put there I need some questions based on the topic, so you will really get, and that will only form a question. or else in a research paper itself upload a research paper asking for questions based on what he has done, so that can also be done. Okay, so this question well org can also be beautifully identified. Next one, sir, connectedpapers.com. What is this connected papers? I told you something just some time ago and some minutes ago. Okay, so what is that I told us? Please go with something called as keyword search. Okay, this is what I had told you. Is keyword search really important? So I would just take you to Google Scholar for a while, so that you would really get to know how that will really help you. See, this is a Google Scholar. Directly go to Google, put as Google Scholar. I've taken human resource development. See here, just after human resource development, please have a look here. You have somewhere around 92 lakh 20,000 results within 7 seconds. So, which is very strange, right? See the timings here. You will check from 2024. How many, sir? From in 2024, it is 17,700 till date. Okay. Now you wanted to make it like something which is more specific. Strategic human resource development. How much you got? 30,300, which will only tell about this way of something called as strategic. Okay. You wanted to add one more keyword, sir. You wanted to tell something like strategic human resource development in COVID. Okay. Look here, it became to 15,900. Just have a look here. There's something called a site here. Okay, you can find some inverted comma here. Click on this. These are the different styles of citing a paper. I was telling you, anytime you copy, please say a thank you. How is that you are saying a thank you? These are the styles where you can say a thank you. Just copy, sir, paste, keep it in your bibliography. That's it. Okay, this is the way of telling a thank you, or which is in a very easier way, which would be called as an citation. Okay, and I would also be just asking, I was about to show you something into paraphrasing. Okay, what is paraphrasing? There will be a paragraph which will be changed according to the kind of language. See, this is a kind of a quill pot. So, which can also be used in multiple way around as a citation generator. If you give a topic, it will only generate the citation, what I have showed in Google Scholar just now. And this is a plagiarism checker. So, which will tell what is the amount of content you have copied from a paper or content from different sources or the different various sources. Grammar checker. So, this will help you to improve your grammar in the grammar in your contents which you have really copied or which you have really written. Summarizing is which will help you to summarize the whole content of what you have given. Then paraphrasing, AI detector. Here we should also be intelligent. Students also should be careful here. AI detector. See, there is always some kind of sources which is always looking for us. Be careful, be careful. Okay. So this is the way where we have to be careful. Example, if I go for paraphraser, so it is asking for a premium version. See here. So I will tell I don't want to eat now. I'm telling paraphrase. I'm not hungry right now. Okay. So now it's your call to take what has to be done. Okay. So it is just the other way round of an information which is being given to an individual, which is making your synonyms in a very better way. So if you are very good in your synonym, no, so I would tell you nothing has been required. So it is just enough for you, for your grammar would be great enough by that time. So if that is not the case, yeah. Now connected papers will come in. How connected papers will really help you? Take some different set of papers, put it there, and that will only tell you what are all the different kind of keywords, what are all the different kind of keywords which you can really rely upon. Okay, you have some 10 different papers and you will not be knowing, sir, they have given some keywords, what I have to choose. What I have to choose is the answer what you will get in this connected papers. Okay, especially researchers can really go for this kind, which would be really great enough for them to understand like what is the key amount of resources which has been really helping them. Okay, so this keywords is really helpful. This is really helpful for me to understand how to frame a question and how to go with my only objective. So if my objective is to only find out the problems which has been detected in artificial intelligence, those kind of papers which has been connected there, so which will tell where is the problem, so that where is the problem will be helped from this keywords. Okay, so this is connected papers.ai. Okay, next is deep dream generator, so which youngsters can really go upon for these kind of things. So it's like I was dreaming yesterday. I had bought an Audi. Okay, so not great enough to buy Audi now. So how an Audi, sir? Picture there. So today everything is in artistic. So you wanted to have something very great enough with the pictures, going with some different kind of realistic way of going there. So this is one among that realistic way with some beautiful patterns of getting and kind of images what you're really asked for. So is it really images required, sir? Yes, required. Sometimes it is a very beautiful way of expressing yourself with a good amount of image. So normally you can just see in your Facebooks, Instagram IDs, so where people try to make it more beautiful. So which is something great enough, which really people look take this mobile phones based on that. So I can see there was once upon a time where kind of iPhone was used by only very less people. So now it is like that time somewhere Nokia started, everyone like, oh, this fellow has a Nokia. So now it is something where you can see that every student has iPhone today when I see. Yeah, which is very good only sometimes to see all those iPhones coming into the way of students, and students going for more of this knowledgeable way. So that is also something great, people, which you can always try to look upon. Okay, so this can always be used for a kind of image version, just a kind of an image version you wanted to really go upon. Okay, then this is an PixArt, which really works like an Canva. That is nothing extra. It will really do it just like a Canva. What is Canva? Any kind of certificates you wanted to go ahead with, any kind of invitations you wanted to do with. So that is also one. So this will also here. What is the advantage of Canva? And this is here all of artificial intelligence tools directly it can be very quite simple compared to Canva. Canva is somewhere a tedious process sometimes, and people who is not much aware of use of these Canva, so they might feel tough in using those. But this is something very easy for an individual who doesn't know much about to do this. Okay, so the kind of background or the kind of images, the kind of resolutions you are really asking for, or any logo you wanted to generate immediately. So this is one of the places where you really always rely upon. So PixArt is something really great. So you can always once try for a look and prepare a kind of certificate which you are really required with. Always go with PixArt. Okay, the next one. This is read AI. Okay, so read.ai. So where you can go. Once again, this is also already which is a repeated version of other things. So this will be just like taking a note, doing a mini and summary, preparing a summary. And we might complete a event in a successful way, but doing a report would be a major work here. So someone might ask, please give a report immediately, boss. How you will give immediately? So you have to see all that, prepare all that, remember all what has been happened. If you have written, you will do it, or else go Google, copy, look into what all has been done. And we have asked for summary. Okay, summary will be a different note now, report will be a different what your boss is asking. So that is why this read AI is very, very important. You tell this is what the meeting is, so it will help you to schedule, and you will ask for these are the minutes which was. Please give a summary regarding that. So you have to just give a small information, you will get a complete information. Yeah, okay. So this read AI will help you in such a way. So this is also an way of robo saying a thank you. And to conclude, dear dignitaries or people who are young, any artificial intelligence when I'm trying to use with, or how better to go ahead with, always there are some kind of flaws which can always be seen. me as a research director or a researcher will always try to use these kind of applications, but still always feel that there are kind of real educational problems which has been really with. But if you see in a positive note, so I would also tell that there is a lot of advantages based on the way I try to really use it. So I really go with using in a technical way of learning and learning in an artificial intelligence tool in a better way of understanding for my educational purpose, then it is excellent, really very well. So if that is not being really used into somewhere to a form of an education, so I feel that would be not much good enough for us to uh, something rely upon always. Okay, so these were some of the tools, so where we really wanted to throw a light on how artificial intelligence is really helping for an higher education. So any particular statistics and all, I think this is not the stage where I wanted to tell how this really helping or not. So it is a way how we use, and it is the way how we get a benefit. So being here, so age does not matter to use any artificial intelligence or the kind of tools what we have in. So let us use it in a proper way, and let us try to enrich ourselves for a better future. And more than students what they are learning, let us learn lot of things better before they know. So this is where it is helping us to grow, and as well as students also to grow. Okay, so this is my presentation which I wanted to present in front of you. So once again, thank you for this opportunity. So before we concluding, so anyone wanted to ask or anything wanted to be shared, so we are very happy enough to listen to your questions.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Sir, you saw.
Yamuna couldn't hear you. Hello.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
We saw an example of Kendriya Vidyalaya,
Yeah.
a robot teacher.
Yeah.
So there is no doubt in future AI might occupy employees' position, right? So what are the strategies to solve this problem? Like how can it be solved?
Okay. Before me telling answer, I would ask you one thing. So, do you really, what you aspire for? You wanted to really have a taste of that kind of robot coming in, or do you
No,
really
sir.
feel a kind of individual who is teaching in front of you would be more good with a
Individual
human
who's
touch?
teaching.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so it was a very good question. An youngster who is really aspired for somewhere in a career should always look for this. See, I as a businessman, what I think, I as a businessman will really try to make some money. Okay, or else you just as a commerce people think of, yes, anytime you wanted to earn. This is a kind of commerce or finance we always try to look for. Okay, so when I really wanted to earn money, sir, okay, earn money, you think I own my college, and I want my students have to do better in all the ways, and they have to get a job, and I will see all the faculty, and I see that there's something lack which is not being proper. Okay, there is nothing like complete 100%. So if I also see that they couldn't, or someone couldn't give some, not even 50% plus, so then there is always a time to change. So that time to change is all about getting an artificial intelligence, trying with some new thing. See, always normally students love something new which has been always coming in. But what can we really stop it? I can tell that technology is way forward, and it is very hard to stop. First answer, Yamuna. So as technology is in a progressive way in a country like India, which is very fastest growing, so it is very tough. And I can also tell you, more of technology also is being leading into some of the problems, so that you can also see that there are some examinations taking everything into consideration. Also, we can see that there are some of the smallest problems we are being going with. So what is that I can tell you is, we should become more intelligent, damn intelligent. So I will always be telling, if you ask me, computers are intelligent. No, my sir used to tell once upon a time, somewhere in 2017 when I was a student. His name is Dr. Hemant Kumar. So sir used to tell, Lo Jayanta, nodu, computer bari one dabba kano. So anything mean ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Your brain is above than all the computer. So if you are good with your brain, I think yes, no one can beat. Example, Shakuntala Devi ma'am. Can anyone beat her? So just an human computer she is. Okay, so that damn intelligent, what I'm trying to tell you, would nowhere you wouldn't be matched with any of the artificial intelligence. So the thing is, you are more intelligent than a computer, then none of the technologies can replace you. I think this is the answer, Yamuna. So you have to be one that Shakuntala Devi, we wanted to see you in the future like that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have a question in my chat box.
Yeah, please, please.
What are the challenges or how difficult it is for educators to implement AI tools in education?
Yamuna, there is already one program which is going on with some beautiful songs. Can you please tell once again, ma?
What are the challenges or
Hmm.
how difficult it is for an educator to implement AI tools in education?
Okay. So there are many challenges to implement AI. The first thing is you need a proper place. Okay, place in the sense you need to have a very huge space. And second thing is we told as a commerce cost. Okay, so when you have because see, chat gpt not everyone can afford. I'm telling you, not everyone can. Okay, because when we get something for free, I told you, Geo, remember our Ambani. So anything given for free, sir, so there is lot of users which came in, so that is why business equipped in. Okay, so always remember, so any a time I wanted to use for my own institution, so I should be ready to spend that big amount. And we should also be knowing that technology is way forward going in. We should also know how to use. Third thing, if something happens to that robo where it is not giving an accurate information, how to correct immediately. So that is also, these are some of the three challenges. In that, the very important challenges, money, one thing, and the second thing is place, and third thing is cultural adjustment. Okay, so Kendriya Vidyalaya was one such example. So which is in just a prototype. Prototype is just like not yet patented. We are trying to do it in a process, like a model which has been built. So to that model has to be come for a business, or then it has to be called as a product. To make all that, so it requires another some time to do it. And as Indian universities and Indian amount of education, where our parents, students are really touch with this human beings, I think it might take another 20 more years to have many colleges of this AI type. Okay, I think very soon we will not get. So once again, we can't say anything or we can't predict. So it is not. It is just like we can always look for at least some 10 years. It's safe. Now also, if we are not improving, then I can promise you that artificial intelligence will come in. Where is that? Already it has come in. Big companies, multinational companies, already they are using it. But as an educator, sir, here you could not be very tough. But what is that I can tell you is, don't take everything as artificial intelligence, but some things please always take a look. Okay, example, like I told, some students want to crack an interview, how it can be beneficial, what is that kind of resources you wanted to add in for that. Please try to add those kind of resources which will help your students to crack those kind of interviews and to be in a very good job. So later it would be helpful for you to get in those kind of things. Okay, so to get all that money, to get all that place, to get all that resources. Yes, Yamuna. Any other questions?
Dear participants, you can ask any questions on AI generative tools. Thank you, sir. That was an impactful session.
Yamuna, before going that, okay. So
Yes, sir.
thank you for that audience, and I don't know how it has been really touched for it, and it was many a times
Many a
normal.
times normal.
I think it is
I
echoing.
think it is echoing.
So many a times it
So
is
many a
like
times it is like
normally we
normally
go for
we
this
go
kind of
for this
sessions,
kind of
and
sessions,
it is
and
something
it is
very
something very
important for
important
anyone to
for
learn.
anyone to learn.
And this
And
forum
this
really,
forum really
being a
being
student
us.
once upon a time, and now as a teacher coming into this profession, and be trying to educate some of the students here, So feel proud and happy that being a part, and once again being a part of this Disciples Education India is really proud for me, which has been given with some different kind of contents. And I see this 138 content is not something very, to be very honest, something very great what others have not done. And the third important thing what I have to really tell about this institution is we get lot of opportunities, okay, and we always try, we will do this, we will do that, but there shows always a discipline from a leader. So I think that discipline had made us to come for this big stage today, delivering sessions wherever we are with any amount of work, and people are really accepting that our sessions are quite useful for them. So this is the way like how a leader has been led in front. So a very big thanks and very big shout out to Suresh sir, Shivprasad sir, for making this happen in a very great way. So I think this is the time to thank you all of them for being leading us, and Sundaram sir for this year of 2024. So you being a backbone and helping for all of us and guiding throughout your way. So which is very helpful. Thank you so much, sir. And all the student coordinators who are been here, Miss Ba and Yamuna, doing a great job. And thank you for all of you. So in a very stylish way of thanking you people, we'll remember a quote said by Virat Kohli in one of the RCB's match. So there is always that 1% chance. So that 1% may take a lead to 100%. Okay. So which will always take in such a way that 1% of our efforts will really take into 100% success. So we'll always try for that. Okay. So try it in a better way. So let us always use that even 0.001% of chance what we have today, and take it into a very greater way. Okay. So thank you so much for this patience listening, and thanks a lot for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dear participants, our Google feedback form has been sent in the chat box. Kindly fill out the details to receive your e-certificate. As we have come to the end of session, I take this opportunity to extend a vote of thanks on behalf of Disciples Indian Learning Forum as we conclude our enlightening session on AI generative tools. Today's discussion have truly broadened our understanding of how these advanced technologies are transforming the landscape of higher education. So first and foremost, I would like to express a heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Professor Jayant Hetz.
Thank you.
Sir, your insights into the capabilities and applications of AI generative tools have been incredibly enlightening. Your expertise has shed light on the innovative ways these tools can enhance educational content creation and personalized learning experience, and the live examples which you shared. A special thanks to our organizing committee for their dedication and hard work in putting together this event. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants for making this session a grand success. A big thank you to all our sponsors and partners to their generous support. Your commitment to advancing education through technology is truly commendable. Thank you all once again for being a part of this event. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Have a good day ahead.